What's the worst thing that happened when you swapped phones? My boyfriend Jake and I had been together for 3 years. We were that couple that shared everything. Netflix passwords, car keys, even phones when one of ours died or needed charging. Last month, my iPhone completely died during a work trip. Jake handed me his phone and said, use mine until you get back. No big deal. We'd done this before. I was using his phone normally for 2 days, texting my mom, checking emails, the usual stuff. Then I got a notification that made my blood run cold. A calendar reminder popped up that said, dinner with Emma, 7 p.m. Friday. Emma was his ex-girlfriend from college, the one he said he never talked to anymore. I opened his calendar app and scrolled back. Every Friday for the past 6 months, there it was. Dinner with Emma, sometimes coffee with Emma. Once it even said, Emma's apartment, 8 p.m. My hands were shaking. I opened his text messages and found a whole conversation thread with her. Hundreds of messages going back months. But these weren't just friendly catch-up texts. They were talking about me, about our relationship, about things I'd told Jake in private. Emma had written, so when are you going to break up with her? And Jake replied, I don't know, it's complicated. She doesn't know about us. There was worse stuff, way worse. They were planning a trip together. Jake had told her he was thinking about moving to her city. He'd even sent her photos of engagement rings, asking which one I'd hate the most. The most recent text was from yesterday. Emma asking, did you tell her about the pregnancy test yet? Jake replied, not yet, waiting for the right time. Pregnancy test? I felt like I was going to throw up. I kept scrolling and found a photo Emma had sent 3 weeks ago. It was a positive pregnancy test with a message that said, surprise, we're going to be parents. Jake had responded with heart emojis and I can't wait to start our real life together. I screenshot everything, every text, every calendar entry, every photo. Then I did something I'd never done before. I went through his deleted messages folder. That's where I found the truth. Jake and Emma had been planning this for months. They wanted to get back together, but Jake was waiting until he could get money from me first. He'd been telling her about my savings account, my family's money, even my grandmother's inheritance I was supposed to get next year. They had this whole plan where he'd propose, we'd get married, and then he'd divorce me and take half of everything. The pregnancy was supposed to speed things up, make me feel guilty and rush into marriage before I had time to think. I found texts where they laughed about how naive I was, how easy it was to manipulate me. Emma had even helped Jake pick out gifts for me, making jokes about how stupid I was for believing he cared. The worst part, Jake had been telling Emma every private thing I'd shared with him. My insecurities, my fears, things about my family. They'd been laughing at me for months. When Jake got home that night, I was sitting at the kitchen table with printed copies of everything. All the texts, the calendar entries, the photos. 3 years of lies spread across our dining room table. He walked in and saw the papers. His face went completely white. I can explain, he started, but I cut him off. Which part? The secret girlfriend, the fake pregnancy, or the plan to steal my money? Turns out Emma wasn't actually pregnant. That was just part of their scheme. The positive test belonged to her roommate. They'd been using fake pregnancy tests to manipulate guys before. Jake moved out that weekend. 3 years of my life, gone. But at least I found out before he could ruin the rest of it.